Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Don't Argue Podcast here. Hope you guys are well. Thanks again for tuning in. Right. Again, I've made a few changes, and as you can see, this is a new addition to my channel. Player ratings. We're going to be doing this every single week. Yes, it's nothing new. I'm sure you guys know about it. But again, it's always good perhaps to get it from a different perspective, as you guys know. Also as well, I've changed my about stuff on my channel as well. That'll give you like a general grasp as to my my coming into, so to speak, as to becoming a fan of Rio and I guess the AFL, and that'll show you guys anyway. But in saying that, before I get into it, I'm happy to say this. Hit my new intro. Alright guys, here we go. It's Freo player ratings. Now again, this is in context to us playing against North Melbourne. This is a little bit to do with stats, but I guess also my own personal opinion. I think when it comes to player ratings, it's probably more better when it comes from a personal opinion, a personal perspective. I want to go through the whole team and just give you guys my thoughts on it. Some quick stats, but again, my own personal opinion. We ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's Number go. One for me personally, Andy Brasho, right here, 34 disposals as well as 7 tackles. I thought he was superb that game. Every single place was him. He was there. He was amongst it. I give him 9 out of 10. Sean Darcy. He had 42 hitouts. He won the majority of them as well as 7 marks. I thought he was superb. In terms of just tall timber, in terms of just being there, being a presence, whether it was kicking in, all that stuff there, he was awesome. I thought 9 out of 10 for me. I have Sarong there, Caleb Sarong, with 27 disposals as well as 9 tackles. We all know what Sarong was up to in terms of the heat of the battle. He was there. The physical stuff, he was there. And obviously after the third quarter, right, him getting up there. And what do you see? You see him with no top on there. Again, ready to brawl, ready to go into it. And I just love the passion he brings to the team. Fiery customer is Caleb Sarong. I gave him a personal rating of 9 out of 10. Bailey Banfield for me had 2 goals as well as 8 marks. Again, a bit here, a bit there, but does enough anyway, does Bailey Banfield, I think anyway, to get picked. I see no issue with him getting picked regularly. He does these things here, and he had a good first goal as well, right? Dodging, weaving, fending, Horne Francis there. Look, for me, I gave him a rating of 8 out of 10. Will Brodie, right? 37 disposals, right? 37 disposals as well as 22 handballs. I thought he was very, very effective. Again, just like Brasho, just amongst it, but at the same time as well, in his own way, his experience is shining through. And again, he's just absolutely rejuvenated his career. Another great showing there. I gave him a 9 out of 10. Other player as well was, Jordan Clark there, 15 kicks as well as 7 marks. Again, I thought in terms of kicking it out of our own 50 and just being amongst it from the midfield perspective, helping players get in there, kicking into the forward 50, I thought he was superb. I gave him a rating of 8 out of 10. Now, Ash here, he had 30 disposals as well as 16 handballs. Again, he was sensational, right? He seems to be putting up his hand week to week, but again, around the midfield there, even going up forward at times as well, I thought he had a superb game. 8 out of 10 for me. Barra, right? Monday, 1 goal, 8 clearances there. I thought he was good in that sense that, he's always there in the background in a good way, right? Obviously, you got the young up-and-coming guys, but David Mundy, much like that experienced sensei in the background, cleaning up, doing the dirty work at times. I gave him a 7.5 out of 10. We go into Heath Chapman, 25 disposals as well as 11 kicks. I thought defensively he was absolutely pivotal for us in terms of even spoiling potential marks there that North Melbourne had. He was part of that absolute barrage that we gave him in terms of us being so defensive-minded. He was absolutely amongst it and played so well. I gave him an 8.5 out of 10. Hayden Young, right? We all know he scored his first goal ever for us. Beautiful to see, and I'm happy I got to see it live on my stream, as well as 12 kicks. Again, defensively, on song, on point. He has such a intense drive for being a defensive player. If like I said about him, if you sort of see the way he goes about his thing, he's actually a pretty intense player, right? He just has that thing about him. Very, very happy. I gave him an 8 out of 10. We go to 39 there, Sudkowski, Sura, 2 goals, 6 tackles, an absolute pest, right, for the opposition. I wouldn't want to play him. You know what I mean? Like, he's that type of player, small in stature, but it's just an absolute mess. In saying that, though, I do hope he's okay. That mark there from Horne Francis or knee, that specky that was not needed. I'm assuming he'll be out for a fortnight there. But I thought, considering what he did for us today, I gave him a rating of 8.5 out of 10. He was awesome and sensational. Bad loss, though. Walters, right? 2 goals as well as 17 disposals. Much like Mundy, that experience is there. Obviously, he gets highly criticised, to be fair with you guys. That's the reality. It is what it is, as we know. But I look in saying that I thought he was superb. Again, just being that dominant presence whenever we needed him. Did a few set plays too as a playmaker and to a degree, creative things. I gave him a rating of 8 out of 10. 36, Brennan Cox, right? 1 goal as well as 15 disposals. 4 hit-ups too, if you want to sort of get more technical. Look, I thought it was a good showing there. Again, was there. Did what he had to do in patches there. But again, I thought he was brilliant. And that goal he had, right? I thought it was a decent goal. 7 out of 10 for me. Then we have Luke Ryan in terms of defense, right? As a defender. 8 marks, 14 disposals. This guy was on fire. Obviously, there was a patch there in the game where he sort of limped away with his ankle. Thankfully, got it tied up and all that stuff. And he came back strong. I thought he was sensational for us. I gave him a rating of 9 out of 10. O'Driscoll, right? The O'Drizzy pocket, as we call it. Or as I call it. I don't know. But look, in saying that, I could... 1 goal as well as 10 handballs. I thought he was good. In that game there, you could sort of see that, because he's not a rookie, but you get what I mean, he's still learning the game. So you can see that as he gets frustrated, it means that he's learning, it means that he's wanting to learn, wanting to be there. You can't complain there. I gave him a personal rating of 7.5 out of 10. Now, Josh Tracy, right, the big kahuna, 16 disposals as well as 5 marks. I thought in patches there he was pretty good, especially from the midfield point of things. It was actually encouraging to see him run from different positions, right? Defend, he would run to the one end to the other end, but he's right in the thick of it as well, which was good and encouraging to see. Again, one of those plays there where people have opinions on him, but in saying that, I thought he did all right. Wasn't too shabby from him. I'll take it. 7 out of 10 for me. Brandon Walker, right? A player that has the legs to go for days, right? Such a fast runner. 13 disposals, 10 kicks. I thought he was good in patches. Again, arguably, not his best showing, but again, not the worst game either from him. Other than saying that's all part of the learning process. I'm assuming he works better with different players around him, but hey, you can't complain. I gave him a rating of 6.5 out of 10. Jai Amos, right? The one who does not miss, right? Jai never miss, as we call him. 22 goals, right? As well as 9 disposals. One thing I liked about Jai Amos in the game was you could see as the game was going, he was sort of understanding where to be. I liked his presence, whether it was him marking, obviously, right? Or him actually, setting players, kicking it for other people, right? He, in the last part of the game there where he kicks the ball there to Schultz to catch, to get us over the 100 mark. That was awesome to see. Brilliant player, big future, and I'm so happy he is part of the Dockers. Draft 6, remember that. Now, we go into Alex Pearce, right? 11 disposals, 5 marks. I thought in patches there, Alex Pearce was good. I could even argue and say, he was probably one of the better defenders again, but just dependent. Look, in saying that, considering the goal line and stuff, you can't be too critical. But for me, I gave him a 7.5 out of 10. Number 28 here, Erasmus. I love that. But anyway, I digress. 8 disposals, 3 clearances. As well as 3 tackles too. He's a tackle machine already. He didn't play long. He was the emergency. Do we have room for him next week? I would say yes. I love seeing what he does. You can see the aggression he has. Pure aggression is Neil Erasmus. I gave him a rating of 5 out of 10. Again, because it wasn't that long. You can't really... there's no sample size for it. Darcy Tucker, 12 disposals, 7 kicks. I thought he was all right. Look, not going to say too much here. It is what it is with Darcy Tucker. He either has good games or not so good games, but again, there's 101 games for him. I gave him a rating of 6 out of 10. Lockie Schultz here, 1 goal, 3 marks. Probably not his best game, but you know what? He kicked the most important goal, I think, at the end, right? The one to bring us over the hump there. However, in saying that, we all know Schultz, he can obviously get over the line. It is what it is. He's a good player. fantastic, but I gave him a rating of 6.5 out of 10. Last but not least, we have here, Liam Henry. Now, 9 disposals and 3 marks. Obviously, he played the majority of the game. Look, in patches there, he was good. You could see it. But again, in patches there, there's still that rawness about him that needs to be taught. In my personal opinion, I liked it. But at times, he just sort of, it was good. Wasn't the best, but, he gave it a good shot, right? So you can't complain there. I gave him a 5.5 out of 10. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. Look, if you're new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff there. But if you have an opinion and you think I'm right and or wrong, please let me know. Again, it is my first attempt at player ratings from my perspective. But in saying that, I'd like to hear from you. Hey, like I said, take it easy. Hey, 301, I'm still happy about it. But take it easy. See you next time. And just remember, don't argue.